David, Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. It's humor, it's adventure, and a happy ending. What more can you ask for? Can you tell us a little bit about the story?
Absolutely. Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing deals with Peter Hatcher, who feels like a fourth grade nothing. He feels overshadowed by his little brother Fudge, who's always getting in his way. What I love about Tales of Fourth Grade Nothing is it's something anyone can relate to.
Sure.
No matter where you are in your life, there's those days when you just feel like a nothing. One of my favorite lines in the show is Peter introduces his mom, and he says, "This is my mom, and sometimes we get along, and sometimes we don't." And I think that's okay. And I think that's a message that it's okay if you don't get along with everyone all the time. But they're there for us, and at the end of the day, we need to remember that they're there for us.
That's what family's all about, right?
Absolutely.
David, well, I know a lot about family life. I've got 3 kiddos at home, and my 2 little girls, they like to play dress up, and we've got some dress up clothes behind us, but these aren't kid sizes. So
They are not,
going
no.
on?
When I was casting the show, I really didn't want to deal with 4 3-year-olds in the show. So I have an 8-year-old playing Fudge, the main 3-year-old, who's on stage quite a bit. But then Fudge has a birthday party with 3 of his friends who are around his age. And so I decided to cast 20 and 30-year-olds in those roles. And we realized that a lot of times when children play dress up, they're just oversized clothes that belong to someone else in the family. So they'll wear sweatpants underneath their princess dress. They'll wear a t-shirt underneath their pirate costume. So this is kind of the look we're going for.
What was the rehearsal process like for you?
Oh, tons of fun. Tons of fun. We have several children in the show, many of whom are making their stage debut. And I think it's really important when you're working with new actors to really build that trust between scene partners. And so we start every rehearsal with a game. It's a way to get people to bond. It's a lot easier to act with your friends than it is strangers.
And you have kind of a long history with the Playhouse.
I do. I started volunteering at the Playhouse when I was about 9, which is the age of 3 of our children in the show. And in the Goldman, and went away to school in Chicago, came back, and now directing at the Playhouse. And to be able to direct in the space that really originated my passion for theater is so exciting, and I'm really incredibly fortunate to be in this situation.
Let's put it on. I'll just do this. Now, Peter, you play Mr. Hatcher, and according to Mrs. Hatcher, you don't know very much about raising and caring for kids or cooking a meal. So what was it like to prepare for this kind of role?
Well, it was a fun process. I have 3 girls, so I kind of know what it's like to be a dad. But getting into this role, being able to kind of be that 3rd kid and not have to have a whole lot of responsibility and be laid back and let mom take care of everything was a lot of fun.
Well, you said you have 3 girls, and you have kind of a special connection with this performance too, right?
I do.
So tell us about that.
I do. My daughter Caitlin is 9 years old, and she plays Sheila Tubman in the show. So we get to perform together. This is her first show, so it's kind of neat that we have that connection of having her first show together.
That's awesome. Kevin, 4th grade was probably a long time ago for you and for me. It's hard to remember that far back.
For me, yeah.
But I have to ask, did you ever feel like a 4th grade nothing? Did you ever feel like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell us about an embarrassing experience or something that you had in elementary that we all can laugh at.
I did fall for the old stick your tongue to the flagpole thing in the middle of winter. I did.
Awesome. I love it. We got that out of it. Well, you always do an amazing job with the set.
Thank you.
So let's talk about what's going on here.
We've got a chunk of Central Park right here.
And that rock wall looks
That rock wall, we reused the rocks we made for the 100 dresses out of styrofoam. We repainted them a little bit, and we're reusing them in this show. And this gentleman right here, Mark Pullen, is our master stonemason.
Hey, Mark. You are doing an excellent job.
Thank you. He did all the rocks for us in 100 dresses, and he's doing them again for this show.
What would you say was the biggest challenge with this set?
Biggest challenge with this set was converting the kitchen table into a dentist chair.
Ooh, let's talk about the table.
Yes.
I see you going on back
let
here.
me show you this
All
over
right,
here.
let's go down here. So Kevin, this table transforms, huh?
This table transforms from a kitchen table. We have to go to the dentist's office. So we needed a dentist chair. So to do that, that chunk flips down, that chunk flips up, dentist chair.
That is very cool. I love it. Leanne, what do you think the recommended age for this play is?
We say ages 5 and up. Now it's probably 1st or 2nd grade where the kids are reading the Judy Blume books, but really kids 5 and up are going to enjoy the show.
Sounds good. And how can people get tickets?
Well, they can give us a call at 515-277-6261. They can, of course, come here to the Playhouse, or they can go online to dmplayhouse.com. You get to pick your seats online.
Great. Thanks so much, Leanne.
You're welcome.